What's your name?
Cindy.
Huh?
Cindy.
Cindy.
Yeah.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Philippines. A while back, I had a dead battery in my motorbike, and I went to try to get it charged up, and they went up to a Rusi dealer, a Rusi 250, and they charged it up for 40 minutes, something like that. I went back and absolutely nothing. So I went back, took it back again, and bought another battery. And I didn't realize how difficult it would be to buy a battery. Anyway, those tall buildings there, that's Crown Regency Hotel and Club Ultima condominiums. And I'm heading on. This is kind of the uptown area of Cebu City versus the downtown area. Not so far from the capital area, which we will go by here in a little bit. Anyway, I grabbed a hobble driver, a motorbike taxi driver, to take me up there. And we're headed over to Osmeña Boulevard, which is a main road, goes from downtown up to the capital area. There again, Crown Regency and Club Ultima, Crown Regency Hotel. And I was coming from an area up around, it's called City Suites or Ramos Tower, which is owned by Crown Regency as well. Anyway, this is the main, about 6 lanes, about 3 each direction, kind of changes as you go. And of course we share lanes here. And you've got the Summit Hotel as well up here, Summit Hotel Fuente, and you've got down by Robinson's Galleria, you got Summit Galleria Hotel down there, and you've got 2 Robinson's malls that guys going in to deliver down into their dock area. This is the large Fuente Osmeña circle, a huge traffic circle, very dangerous circle. I've just about got clipped twice coming in here because people go directly for that inner circle, and then when they get ready to get off, they go directly towards their exit rather than getting in the middle and kind of easing over and easing back in. And I've had people almost clip me within an inch or so twice. There's 2 Robinson's malls on that circle, by the way. And you've also got a couple hospitals very near. You've got several hospitals very near. Chonghua Hospital, Cebu Doctors Hospital, just up here on the right. I've been in there a couple times. A couple other hospitals within a few blocks, as a matter of fact. Velez Hospital down Ramos Street. Anyway, where I come from, back in the USA, you go to buy a part for a vehicle, and they will have a catalog, either a physical catalog of some sort, cross-reference, or computerized, and they'll be able to tell you, okay, well, this battery will fit in your place, or this fuel pump, or whatever. And a lot of the old timers, they're smart enough to know that. There's Cebu Doctors Hospital. They're smart enough, been around so long. Well, the computer is wrong. You don't need that part. You need this part instead, and you need this part to go along with it to make it all fit. Well, here in the Philippines, what I found is, because I asked many places, walk by a motorbike shop and say, do you have a battery for a Rusi 250? And hold on a second here.
Yeah, I'm using a GoPro camera. Say hello.
Hi.
And everybody has told me, I said, well, can't you check online? What battery is it? They want a number, name, something. Don't you have a catalog? Don't you have a cross-reference on the computer or something? Can't you look it up? And it's like, no, we don't know. You need to bring it here. And I found that even at the Rusi dealer is that what happened here this trip, I got it charged up. I went back. This guy waited for me. Went back, took it in. Hooked it up. Absolutely would not start, wouldn't even turn over completely. And so I went back up here and told them I needed, walked up here and told them, well, I need to buy that, I need to buy a battery. They told me they had Rusi batteries, so I need to buy a battery for my Rusi 250. And they said, well, which one is it? You know, I'd been in there, they'd seen my battery, but I didn't bring it with me this time. And they said, well, you need to, we need to know what size it is, because that's a small compartment, so we need to make sure we get the right one. Anyway, they did not have the same battery that came out of my Rusi. Those big towers up in front of One Pavilion condominiums. I've done videos at dozens and dozens and dozens of condominiums, so if you do search for condominiums, I've got over 1,000 videos. You'll probably see one of my videos. What do they rent for? What do they look like? What are the furnishings like? What do they sell for? So anyway, they had a Rusi 250 in there, and they took the battery out of it, and they checked a couple batteries. A couple of them would not fit.
Bikes? Are these repossessed bikes? Are they? Okay. All right.
So there's a Rusi 250, and what they did, they took the battery out of there, and then they found a battery that would fit in that compartment, and charged it up, or put the liquid in it, the distilled ionized water, I guess. That's what they did, and and it was a tight fit. It was a really snug fit. Wasn't the same size as the one that came out of there, but it fit. It fit. I hooked it up, started right up.
What's your name?
Cindy.
Huh?
Cindy.
Cindy.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think it was 12, 13, 1400 pesos. Don't remember exactly, but I could not flag down a taxi or a hobble at that point in time for whatever reason. And so I started walking down the street, and this lady had pulled over, and she was to make a phone call or check a text or something. And I asked her if she was hobble. No, she wasn't hobble, but she had an extra helmet. And I asked her, well, will you give me a ride to such and such place? And she hesitated, and I said, I'll pay you. I'll pay you well. So I actually did not want to walk. I wanted to get the battery in and make sure we had everything set, get this done today. So she was a very competent rider. And rather than going around the circle, we're going to go down this side street. This will bring us in beside the second. There are two Robinson's Malls on Fuente Osmeña Circle. I didn't know that for over a year. That there's the one we went past earlier. There's one exactly right across on the other side of Fuente Osmeña Circle. And the one we saw first has a grocery store and a hardware store, department store, clothing, cookware. That's where I bought my first set of cookware. And the other one, I think they've got medical clinic in there. They've got more restaurants. The first one has like a food court area. And the other one has more restaurant type places. And what else? I'm not sure what all else it has in there. But different types of malls on the same circle, owned by the same company. So this is one of those deals in the Philippines where you think something should take 30 minutes to an hour to get a part and go back home. And it takes half a day, or much of a day anyway, several trips. It is what it is, so be prepared. So I would suggest, if you need a part for a vehicle, if you need a part for your house, for instance, for plumbing, for something, take a picture of what you need, because when you try to describe it, it may or may not, they may or may not understand what you're actually looking for. So take pictures, write descriptions, take measurements if it's a valve or something, Is it female going to a male? Get as many details as you can. Take pictures if you can when you go to the hardware store or the motorbike store, whatever you need, wherever you're going. We're back to Fuentes Mina Circle, and you can see it's a little bit. There are very few traffic lights in Cebu City or around the Philippines. Maybe up in Manila, I'm not sure. There are more than there used to be, but in fact, just recently, 10 months after Super Typhoon Odette, some of those lights are starting to work again. There were some that worked after 6 months. And there again, you've got Robinson's Fuente. The other one is Robinson's Cybergate. And we're going in front, just to the left is Crown Regency Hotel. I also found out that if you don't use the motorbike for a couple months, that the battery will go dead. And that happened even with my new one. After my trip around Cebu Island for 5 days, and I put videos up of that, I let it sit for well over a month and went down, and that boy had turned over just a little bit, but it would not start, and I gave up on it for a few days, and I went down. I tried to push start it, backed it up in the parking ramp and pushed it a few times, and finally got it to start again anyway, and I charged it up. So now I go down and make sure I start it up every week. And I don't ride it much in town. If I've got a Sunday where I can go out and ride where there's a lot less traffic, and mostly to get out of town, I'll do that. But I do not like riding in town. They drive too crazy. They drive way too close. And it is a little risky, a little dangerous. And I can pay somebody 100, 150, 250 pesos, a couple bucks, US bucks, and let them take the risks instead. Velez Hospital just to the left there. This is Ramos Street. You've got a couple hotels. You've got, I think, is it Skyline? Casa something. Right here's ABC Hotel. I've done videos in many of these places as well. The taller building up front, that is City Suites. It used to be part hotel also, City Suites, and then they changed the name to Ramos Tower, I think. Part of Crown Regency. No longer hotel rooms there. So I continue to learn. Things, and one is that, if you need to buy something, well, get as many details as you can before you go to the store. Anyway, I appreciate Cindy taking me along on this ride. And here we are at City Suites. Got a dormitory just right next to the on the right. Thanks for watching.
You like your Honda 155? All right.